don't think you can do it all yourself. What you think is the right approach may not necessarily be what the market or what your users are going to want.
Meet Andres Pareja, a tech serial entrepreneur. What's it like to be a tech serial entrepreneur?
With business and being an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, you identify opportunities, you identify ways where you can do things a little bit better, or maybe just try something else out new. My ideas come from analyzing situations, things that happen in everyday life. Could be something that really, pisses you off, or something that is inefficient. So you begin to see patterns, and I took up on noticing those patterns to try and find a better solution to things. There's a lot of challenges that everyone really faces, but personally, there is always a struggle with trying to find how to execute something that is expensive, trying to find ways where you can kind of, as an entrepreneur, you're bootstrapping, you're paying for the initial startup of life with this new business. So the first business failed miserably. It was called Talentivity. It was a hiring platform for creatives. The whole premise of that was to hire somebody's talent for local events, but for bigger events as well. It was meant to be like a platform for being found at the same time. And I spent a lot of time with me and my business partner at the time defining the product. Sometimes when you don't have a team, you have to outsource. And when you're outsourcing, you're sort of committed to paying those dues with that service provider. And those service providers are like the government. They will look for you to pay them back, right? So there was a time in my life where I had committed to a project where payments were due, and these payments were about $20,000, and I didn't have those funds at the time. I was going through a transition from one job to another, and I didn't know how to make that payment. So I was going through a period of that challenge in my life where I had to sell things. I lived out inside my car, Airbnb my place out. It was tough times, but I'm a person of grit. And I know that if I fall, I know I will be able to just get right up and go again. Sometimes people go through those ups and downs, but it's those downs that really define the person and really make people stronger, because that next time it happens, you know how to deal with it. For me, working in my entrepreneurial projects, they don't feel like work to me. Sometimes I could be spending hours on a computer or just like brainstorming, finding ways we can advance things forward. It doesn't feel like work to me. But when I'm feeling tired or whatnot, there's always the exercise, there's always that drink, there's always that walk in the park or that run to reset. One of the businesses that I'm working on is called Sessions. It's a platform for booking learning experiences from everyday people, everyday experts. So you're able to find someone's time and send a booking request to learn from them, meet them in person, or do things virtually online. The other platform is called the unicorn.app, kind of like an Upwork or Fiverr, but you are connected with trustworthy service providers from around the world, and you just deal directly with them. You're not directly paying them through a platform or they eat up 30% and whatnot. During the pandemic, I was working out in my basement. I love sports, and I was just doing some drills with a soccer ball at the time. And I was actually kind of assembling some chairs in my basement to go in and out, kind of like a soccer drill. And I figured out there could be a product like this that I didn't see in the market. And from one little sketch that I did, I kind of converted into an entire system of a new way of assembling structures. I think with every business that I ever entered into, those experiences led to new learnings of how to approach that next one, and how to approach that next one. So you begin to optimize how you approached it. Advice that I would give to people that are starting out is don't think you can do it all yourself. I think people are there to support you, and there's a lot of talent around us. So being able to tap into resources, your local library, your local school, there are a lot of people that will give you free advice just because you're willing to do the attempt of launching your business. Second piece of advice is that get as much feedback as possible. Your feedback is what's going to define your product or your business. Without that feedback, you're not going to be able to assemble that product that you're looking for, because what you think is the right approach may not necessarily be what the market or what your audience or your users are going to want. I think when you're starting out as an entrepreneur and you push your first product or your second product out, when people start accepting your product and liking it, that's when you begin to get that goosebumps. Those goosebumps come because people are actually commenting favorably for you. People start using it. People start commenting how it changed our lives, how it could kind of benefit and provide a value to them. And I think when you start sharing those stories, they resonate with them, and it becomes almost like a snowball effect. That's what really makes me feel proud for what I've done.
Subscribe, like, and share, and remember, failure is just another step to success.